What's up? It's Brittany tonight with Spencer Pirates. I played a couple matches playing Reiju. This was actually a couple weeks ago. I'm a little behind in uploading videos. I was honestly debating on posting these because I did not play very well. This match I played okay, but as I was editing, I kind of realized where I went wrong. I could have probably beat him. My second match, not so much. So let's get started. So one Dawn, and I saw my stage, and it was the only alt art stage I have in my deck, and I thought that was a good omen, and it was until the end. So, and I was just showing that to him. I was like, ooh, fancy. Just wait. You can already see A777 has his gold Dawn, but it's my turn again. He's super quick at playing. So I did my little searchy search, and I did the typical Reiju thing. I played a Porsche, grabbed myself a chopper, and then played into an EGG, and then Dawn -1, and into the big EGG. I've actually edited my deck list since I played this, and then he goes and does that with his event, so that sucked, but that's okay. He countered out of that, and is now his turn. But yeah, I have recorded another couple matches with my new deck list. There's just a couple issues I was having with this one. I just felt like it just wasn't really, smoothly. I wasn't able to play very well. I felt like it just wasn't driving well with me. So I swing leader, swing with EGG, and then I do chopper and ramp one and pass to him. At this point, I'm feeling pretty good. He's at 4 life. I'm at 4 life. I had to get my little tokens out. I can definitely share where I got those. I can't remember exactly what the shop is called, but I'll put that on the screen. But yeah, he swung. I blocked. I didn't want him to take care of my EGG or my life, so I went ahead and blocked that. So I'm just kind of sitting here. I do my searchy search. I go ahead and pitch that baby Niji, and I think it's because I already have one in my hand. So I'm checking my trash because, Reiju's that trash goblin. And I think this is just I swing 8 at his life because he's got +1 because of Yasop. He counters out of that with his effect. I'm calculating, and then I go 8 into life, and he takes that life. I play my Reiju. I get that big Reiju on board. Get to draw a bunch. He was checking to make sure I wasn't at too many cards in my hand. It's his turn now. He's at 8 Dawn. Wait till you see this. Just wait. You guys, this is insane. Yeah, you're seeing that right. That's a manga Rayleigh. And so yeah, he's just playing with a manga Rayleigh. He always has his decks super alted out. Fortunately, he went through and completely cleared my board, but that is expected. I'm missing a Dawn. I don't know if you saw that. I accidentally put it in my trash. I find it right about now. And then I'm at my 7 Dawn. My hand's looking really good. I have enough to pitch. Yep, I had an extra stage to pitch. I grabbed, I think, an EGG. Yep, a big EGG. And yeah, I actually don't feel too bad because even though he's got that Rayleigh and the Yasop on board, I have enough resources to get rid of at least the Yasop, hopefully. I believe I did another EGG into big EGG combo, but I could be mistaken. Yep, there's 3 Dawn and 4 Dawn. So there's the baby EGG replaced with the big EGG -2k to Yasop. And then I draw off my leader ability, which I'm really good at forgetting. So anytime I forget, I try not to ask that I can just, draw a card. And this is just local, so every once in a while, if we make a mistake, then we just go back. It's really just practice. We don't take it too seriously. Watch this. I want you guys to just watch very carefully and see what he does. How many Dawn does he have? So, this is when I was like, are you joking? Okay, hold on. Actually, he does something first. So he plays a Otama, lowers him by 2, and then he plays another manga Rayleigh. This mofo has 2 manga Rayleighs on the board. He swings, and then he hits my life, and then now it's my turn. So he just keeps back-to-back manga Rayleigh. That's tough, because now my board's gone, and he's got 2 big bodies. So do another searchy search. I grab a searcher, and I don't think there was anything else I could grab. But yeah, my hand looks good. I still felt okay at this point because I have a judge in my hand. It is my 8-dawn turn, and judge is just going to completely fill the board. But I have to make sure all my pieces are there because you have to have at least the babies in trash. You can have the bigs in your hand. Yeah, so it's 8-dawn turn. I go ahead and I play the judge. Get the dawn -1, and then you trash 2 cards from your hand. It's quite a long turn, so I'm just making sure I have the right things to trash. So I trash a big Niji and a big Ichiji, and then it's now time to pull out the babies. So for the baby Niji, baby Reiju, and baby Ichiji, it's hard to keep those names square. So I do her effect first. I did the draw 3 off of that because I actually did pitch a handful of cards, so I did not have 5 in my hand. I KO his Otama, and it's not like she was a huge threat or anything, but just get something on the board. And then I -2 to his Rayleigh, and I don't have any extra dawn to work with, so I swing, but I believe he protects it, which was a very good decision on his part. So he's got very little cards in his hand at this point. He uses his leader ability. Actually, I think he used it on Rayleigh, so I couldn't remember exactly, but so he's got those 2 Rayleighs. I have a pretty big board, but if he just happens to play a 3rd Rayleigh, that's going to get rid of some cards probably. Oh my god, there you go. He played a 3rd manga Rayleigh. This turd, I'll tell you right now, he's got 4 manga Rayleighs in his deck. He's just the master of alting out his deck. So he actually switches around some of these -2 and 3Ks. I think he moves it over to Reiju or to Niji. But that would make sense because then he could pop it. And I was telling him just like, don't you want to pop one of them? That way it can go away. And then he swings at swings at life, swings with Rayleigh. I think he was just debating like what he wanted to do. He swung there at the Ichiji. I knew I was gonna say the wrong word at some point tonight. So yeah, that -2K sticks until his turn. So I have 3 swings, but they're not super strong. Like the judge is all right, which I should have. Now that I'm thinking about it, I really should have used the judge's ability because on activate main you can rest a dawn, and if you play Shanks often, you know that if they have 2 dawn up, which I didn't even catch, I wasn't even paying attention. I was just excited that I got to play a judge. But if you have 2 dawn up, then it's going to KO one of your smaller powered characters. So I should have, this is one of those mistakes I made. I should have rested one of his dawn because I swing and then he uses that event and KOs my Reiju. So that sucked. That is okay. I was like, I was going to swing at leader, but no, he's just going to use his effect, so I'm not even going to swing. Like I said, it's still like, I don't know. This is kind of where I feel like it starts to, I start making some more mistakes. He swings. I really should have used Chopper to protect one of my bodies. I was more worried about protecting my life because I know how Shanks gets. He gets really powerful and he's got rush. So I really, the only thing I was thinking was protecting my life with Chopper, but I should have protected my characters because then I would have 1 extra swing and he'd have to swing, into that if he wanted to protect his life. So pull out yet another Ichiji. I think that was either my 4th Ichiji. It could have been my 5th because I recycled one off of Judge. And I try to get his Rayleigh. I think he counters it. Yeah. So my first voiceover, I kind of thought that Whitebeard had counter, but I think he pitched a event to counter and used the Whitebeard as well. I have a hard time against Shanks for sure. I think this was one of the closest times I've ever gotten to beating Shanks. And there you go. There's the Rogers. So that basically seals the game because I kind of used Ichiji as a pseudo blocker. He swung into Ichi twice and Ichiji twice, and I countered out a 1. He didn't go for my life, and then boom, I'm down. Got that trigger, got to draw. Yeah, it's looking not great at all. He's got 5 swings. I've got a blocker and nothing in my hand. So at this point, I'm just there's no way I can get out of it. Let's just play through it though. And then as you can see there, hardly anything useful. Oops, I accidentally put my hand on top of my search, which I would have figured out, but he was like, nope, nope, nope. I grabbed the big Ichiji. If I'm not mistaken, I hard play him because I'm like, I don't have anything else to do because I know I'm dead next turn. I'm dead in the water. Look at that hand. It's kind of bricked. I think I have another judge in my hand. So, yeah, that's what I do. Can't I search? Did I not search? See, that's the thing is I find all these mistakes, but I get excited. He leader abilities and then I pass turn and this is it. Like I'm already reaching for my life. I'm just like, go ahead, do your worst. Swings 8, I block, swings 8 into Ichiji, swings 12 and then swings big and boom, he's got it. So biggest thing was I needed to use Judge's ability to rest his Dawn and then protect my characters with my blocker. So that's what I took away from that. I think this video's theme is just gonna be learn from Brittany's mistakes and learn from how trash she played this night. But this is Service Ace 123. He's played with Charlie before. He beat Charlie with Odin to win the whole thing a couple videos ago. Also known as Kyle. So he's playing his Bonnie. He plays Shanks and Bonnie sometimes. So yeah, like I said, this was literally one of the worst matches I feel like I've played with Reiju. And there was a match before this. It was me and Charlie, actually. He played Yamato, and I actually beat him, but since he's the other Spencer Pirate, I was like, meh, I'm just going to show you guys the trash matches where, where I played so bad, so that we can all learn from Brittany's mistakes. So I got crazy hand. I don't have anything to do. Can you guys also guess what I have yet to see? That's right, it's my stage. I don't have my stage yet, which is fine. Like I said, I did make some changes to this deck to try to help with that because when I don't get my stage by like turn 3 or 4, it's just I don't think there's any way I can get back from losing. Like I'm gonna lose. And that's because I don't have the right tech in my deck. And the things that I changed is I actually added some Kayas, the OP03 Kayas, the 2k counter ones, because she draws 2 trash 2. So if I have the big Germas in my hand, the big Vinsmokes in my hand, I can draw 2 and then trash 2 of the big ones, and that's hopefully going to cycle my deck a little bit. Right there, I have no idea. I think I had a big Reiju in my hand, and I countered with a 2k, like, oh no, I drew off that. Okay. I was editing and I was like, what kind of lame-o am I to have used a 2k counter? I really didn't want to take life because he had barely just taken life. Those 5 life leaders into the 4 life leaders, I try really hard not to take my first couple life just because, you know, they have that extra life. So I don't have anything to do, so I swing big and he's down to 3, which puts me in a little bit more comfy of a spot. Play that chopper. I have more Dawn than him, so I can't ramp, but that's okay. He's already at 6 Dawn. I'm at 5 Dawn. Like, I shouldn't really be at 5 Dawn by now because I should be Dawn minusing and using my leader ability and my babies. He throws down that cabbage. I call him cabbage. Cavendish. Does his little Jewelry Bonney search, and I believe he gets his 8-cost kid, which is an insane card. I remember one of the first times I played into a deck that had that. I think it was actually a Rosinante deck I played on like a meme night. I was like, this card is so freaking broken. Why don't we play it more? But yeah, it's a good card. So he swings, I block with Chopper. Still no stage. Like I can't even use Reiju because I'm at 1 more Dawn than he is, and I can't Dawn minus off of the big Reiju. So I don't think I had any of my pieces. So I have a baby Ichiji in my hand, as you could see. It's like that last card in the back. If I Dawn minus, I'm gonna like completely miss that because I don't have a big Ichiji. So I swing 7. And I think he counters out of this one. It's one of those things I feel so handicapped. Like, it's almost like playing Blackbeard with no on plays. Like, I personally haven't figured out how to play into Blackbeard yet. I play a Chopper, I can't ramp, and then I play a Niji just to get some kind of body on board. I'm hoping maybe I see a big Niji maybe to get rid of like one of his searchers or something, but I don't know. Part of me, I didn't see stuff. Part of me, I was like, well, I just really didn't play very well either. He's on 8 Dawn turn. If you have observation hockey, you can probably know what he's going to play. And that's what he does. So he plays his Fancy Pants PRB. Eustace Kid swings with his Cabbage, and he gets 2 Dawn active off of Cabbage, which insane. Awesome combo off of Kid. Get that Dawn. He can rest it, play that Rosinante. You have to have Rosinante on board with that Kid. He's got an incredible board built up. Finally saw my stage, and it was the alt stage. It's the only one I have in my deck, so at least I got the one I wanted. So now I'm just like, okay, I can finally kind of do what I want to do. Why did I show him that? I don't remember why I showed him that. That's okay. Oh, I think I might play it. Yeah, like I was just debating. At this point, like I really felt like I wasn't gonna win. Like, it just kind of was like I said, it was the 3rd match. It'd been a long day too. I mean, 3 matches really isn't a whole lot for the normal people. I think most people probably average like 4 matches a night. But it was the last match of the night. I was tired. I was like, I'm not good into Bonnie, to be honest. I'm not good into anything. I feel like I'm not good into anything anymore. But the new changes I've actually made to this Reiju deck, it feels a lot more consistent. And if I can remember or figure out what this build is, I will link this build. So I swung into his life, I think, or no, I swung into Kid, obviously, and he rested my blocker. And he blocked that. And then I played Black Maria, and at this point, I was pretty sure this was the case, but I was asking a buddy next to me, because end of turn, we were debating on whether or not end of turn on Black Maria's effect still counts as Dawn minusing off of Reiju's leader ability, because it's once per turn. And I'm pretty sure that is the case. So I Dawn up to 10, I Dawn minus to get down to the 10 or the 8 Dawn that Kyle is at, and then I get to draw a card because that's my leader ability. That's why I do run 4 of the Black Marias. I think getting Black Maria set up before a judge turn, that's a really good turn, especially if you don't play all 4 of the babies. Then you have that Black Maria, you can, play the judge, Dawn -1, and then play the 3 or 4 babies, Dawn minus 4 more, up to 4 more times, and then the end of your turn, you can get all your Dawn back. You could play back-to-back judges if you really wanted to. So that'd be insane. So there he is again, setting up his board like crazy. I think he swung with the baby 5 at my chopper blocker, which, should I have protected it? I don't know. I get that trigger again. I love that trigger from life. It's just a draw. He swings, and I take that. So just like that, I'm from 3 to 1 life. And then he still has all of his Dawn up. So at this point in my brain, I'm like, I'm cooked. So, yeah, I countered out of that. And then, yeah, he plays a Carrot here. And I point at my cards, but Carrot only freezes rested characters. So technically they're not frozen. I think I confirmed with him that they don't freeze because they're not rested. So I do my search, and when I actually have options, I'm like, I don't know what to do. This is the turn. Like I said, there's no getting out of this. Like, I don't think there's a way I can possibly win the game at this point. So I'm like, screw it. I'm just gonna play a judge probably. So I grabbed that baby Reiju because that's probably like a piece I was missing. And I kind of do some thinking because I'm just like, there really is no way, huh? Which is fine. Totally fine. Kyle played this deck so well. He drew very, very well, and saw everything he needed. So yeah, I play that judge, Dawn -1. I get to trash 2 cards. That Porsche was really breaking my hand. I had 2, so I just got rid of 1 because I had all the babies in my trash. Actually, I didn't need to do that because I already had one of the babies. So I Dawn -1 for big Reiju. I get to draw 3. Yay. I got a couple 2Ks there. Dawn -1 again. By the way, do you guys like all my alt arts? I am working to alt out my Reiju deck. I'm getting pretty close. I'm missing a couple PRB alts. Otherwise, I'm really close, so I'm excited. There we go. I used the Judge ability, and I rested his 1 Dawn. Good. I learned from last game. So now he can't use that effect. I can attack, and he can't rest anything. So I swung at his leader, and then... I swung at Kid. He countered because he's got a book in his hand. And then I swung in at Kid and he countered out of that. So at this point, super cooked. Nothing else I can do. So I pass turn. I do have a lot of cards in my hand. So I kind of know why he did what he did. But knowing what's in my hand. Oh, and I was like, oh, can I real quick do Black Maria's effect? Because then I can get all my Dawn back. And yeah, he was like, yeah, that's fine. But yeah, he swings... I think, yeah, that's 9 with Kid. Or is it 10? I can't remember what his power is. And now I'm at no life. I do have a fair amount of cards in my hand. So he could just poke with like 2 of his characters and then swing big. But he goes ahead and plays that Hody and he rests a couple characters. So now he's got 3 attacks, or 4 attacks technically. So he swings with Carrot. I counter out of it, swings with Cabbage, and I don't have anything. I was like, dude, you got it. So good job, Kyle. I think, like I said, I went 1 and 2 that night. I only beat Charlie, and he was playing a deck that he wasn't super comfortable with. But yeah, I will try to post the link to this current Reiju build, and then 2 videos from now, I'll have my new Reiju build where I feel like it's a much better build. I'm having way more fun with it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, watching me make my terrible mistakes, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.